What's going on, everyone? Chris here with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal, and right now we are leaving the moving supply warehouse where I get all of my speed packs from and I get all my equipment from. And I've talked about this before with the mattress bars. A lot of people ask me about the mattress bars. Places like this is where you can pick them up for the most affordable retail price. Otherwise, you can find them in other sources, more private companies, just by Googling upright dolly bars or mattress cart bars or just mattress bars and scan through the results. But I want to go ahead and talk about yard signs because I went ahead and added up my month of April as far as all my sources, and 6 of my jobs came from yard signs, which totaled a little over $1,700, and it cost me about $215 for my 100 count patch. So I want to go ahead and talk about some of the pros and cons, some of the marketing tips I've learned, where to put them out at, what to do if your city doesn't allow it, and a great place to get them from that's very affordable. So we're going to head to an estimate first, and then we'll go into the details of that later, and I'll show you what the speed pack looks like and kind of the perks behind that as well. Alright, so to give you guys a little bit of a size comparison, this is what it looks like leaning up against my truck when it is folded flat. Now that is the only good thing about these things when it comes to storing them, is that you can fold it up and wedge it behind a couch or behind a shelf rack or something. They're a pain to have a lot of them once you start using them because they never fold up this flat again once it's been used a couple of times. But let me go ahead and show you what it looks like unfolded. Here's the final product. As you can see, it's a pretty good sized box. And then what you would do is stick a four-wheeler underneath this on the bottom and then just roll it. And at that point it becomes a giant bin that can then be broken down and reused. So the great thing about those boxes is you can fill up an entire, like let's say, walk-in closet full of shoes and boxes and miscellaneous clothes, hangers, little decor items, whatever people have in their closets. Fill up the whole thing with just that one box. Or what I like to do specifically is the kitchen. So think about all the glassware, wine glasses that break easily, heavy plates, ceramics, pots, pans, utensils, cooking utensils, eating utensils, bags of Ziploc bags and trash and pantry food, canned food. A lot of those things are really heavy when you start throwing them into contractor bags. It adds up in weight fast. If it breaks, you run the chance of ripping the bag and then cutting yourself. I would just take a speed pack, roll it right into the kitchen, put it on a four-wheeler, and then just start stuffing it full of everything throughout the shelves. Super easy, fast. You just sit there and just start chucking stuff. Once it's filled up, you go push it into the truck, take it off the four-wheeler, or leave it in there if you have multiple four-wheelers, and then just go ahead and continue on to the next thing. And then from there, you just start shoving furniture on top of the speed packs, and you fill up your trailer as normal. And then when you get to the dump, you just roll it to the edge, tip it over, dump everything out, pull it back, you're done. It's just a super fast way to do things. So, for example, that estimate that I showed the video of in the garage, nothing is too big, but there's a lot of small stuff to bag up. That would be a perfect example to when to use a speed pack. I could just run through the walls, pick everything off, and just chuck it into there real fast. I was even explaining to her that I'm going to charge an hour labor for cleaning out that garage because I'm going to have to sit there and bag things up. And what would normally probably only be a quarter, maybe half a truck worth of stuff, may take me almost an hour to do because I have to sit there and do all that. So there would be a time charge added into it. So I could go there with the speed pack instead of using the bags and speed up that process. Still going to charge it for the time because now I'm using a more expensive material, but it's going to save me time without costing me extra money. So that's one of those ways that you can do that. And if you try not to throw any chemicals in it or paint or something that's going to leak out into it, when you're done, you can dump it off, you can brush it out with a broom or blow it out with a blower, and then reuse it again for your next job. So it's just a nice, efficient, fast way to get things done where you can continue reusing it on jobs. All right, now that you have seen speed packs and all of the great ways to use it, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of the video, which is yard signs. They are a great affordable option for marketing, and they can bring in a lot of business if done correctly. Now, As I mentioned earlier in the video, in April, 6 of my jobs came from yard signs, which brought in a little over $1,700. Now, I get my signs from a company in Texas. They have free shipping. They have the cheapest prices I've been able to find with still great quality, and they price match, which is a great combination to have as a small business, especially when you have consistent, good quality products with fast shipping, and of course, it's more affordable than a lot of the other places. I've used Vistaprint in the past, and they're like $3 to $5 a sign, which is crazy. This place you can get a sign as cheap as $1. Can't go wrong with that. So I'll have a link in the description bringing you to that website if you want to check them out. You can get yard signs there, business cards, flyers, promotional products, card magnets, and more. So definitely recommend checking that out. Now, let's get into the experience of it. I have done 2 different things with signs, poles and stakes. I've done 2 different sizes, 18 by 24, which is the most popular, and 12 by 18, which is the most affordable. I have done 2 different colors. I have done blue and white because that's my business, and I have done red and white because they say that is one of the most appealing colors during daytime or nighttime viewing. So I've tried it all. They recommend 2 to 3 lines worth of information because you don't want to over clutter a sign, because your objective is that you are marketing to people who are coming by quickly and only have a few split seconds to see what your sign is and try to remember your phone number if they aren't able to take a picture of it. So 2 to 3 lines. You want to really just get the key points out there, what you do, how to contact you. I will say, little disclaimer, in the beginning, I've always done junk removal phone number. Eventually, I did junk removal phone number website to make me appeal a little bit more legit, that I'm not just some random guy offering junk removal. And I would get a lot of calls saying, hey, what exactly is junk removal? What is it that you do? Do you just pick up garbage out by the curb like the city? Or do you pick up like furniture? And a lot of people were apparently confused by what junk removal is. So eventually, I added in 3 words, and it greatly increased the quality of the phone calls I was getting. So I would have junk removal at the top. In the middle, I would have furniture, bullet point, appliances, bullet point, cleanouts. And then I would have my phone number at the bottom. And I drastically got better phone calls. I got people calling me and saying, hey, I see you do junk removal and you take furniture. That's awesome. I'm moving soon and I'm not taking all my stuff. Is that something you can give me a quote for? Or, hey, I see you do junk removal and you take appliances. I have a refrigerator in the garage I need picked up. And I got a couple people calling say, hey, I saw your junk removal sign. I have a hoarder house I need cleaned out. When can you come give me an estimate? So I was increasing the quality of my phone calls by weeding out all the people who thought maybe I just go pick up trash on the side of the yard for free because I work with the city, or that I'm like a donation pickup or something. So I found that to be very beneficial. I just made sure to make the description part kind of smaller compared to everything else, so that at a quick glance, you still saw junk removal phone number. It's just there was a little bit of details in the middle there. Now, as far as where to place things, I have found the best places to be high traffic areas. So busy intersections, gas stations, and busy plazas. You want the most amount of foot traffic as possible, because the more people that see your sign, the more you increase your chances of that 1% of people needing you. Now, if your city doesn't allow signs, which is very common, it gets really out of hand and gets really messy and looks bad for the communities. A lot of places don't allow it, and they'll give you a fine if they catch you doing it. You can ask your clients if you can put it in their front yard, assuming they don't live in an HOA community. Whether it's for a couple of days, for a week, let them take it out. You come by and pick it up. Maybe give them a discount on their job. Whatever works. It's a great way to market to their neighbors, who then have a source of information to say, hey, how was he? Was he affordable? Was he good service? And then they have a way they can just take a picture in case you didn't give business cards out, and now you have a potential second customer. Or ask your friends and family, hey, do you mind if I put a sign in your yard for 1 week a month? I'll come by, I'll take it out, I'll come by next month, put it in a different spot. And the last thing is something that I personally do, where I will check with places that I do a lot of work for, like let's say a storage unit or a senior living facility, and say, hey, I'm here quite often. Do you guys mind if I put a sign out in the front of your property for new residents, new customers, people driving by? They either say yes, they say no. If they say yes, that's a really golden opportunity, especially if the city doesn't allow it in public places. You have permission for the person who owns that property to have your sign out, whereas other people don't. And if they do allow it, still you have that permission, which helps keep your sign there up a little bit longer. So that is all I have for signs. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. Hopefully make it feel worth it to get. They are definitely a great affordable option that can yield high results, and they are very affordable to get. So like I mentioned before, I will have the link in the description to that website if you guys want to check them out. They have a lot of great products, free shipping, great prices, and they price match, which is a great little safety net to have in case you are able to find somebody cheaper. So hopefully that helps. I hope everyone's May is staying busy, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.